everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Decision Hour. I'm Adam, and with me as always, Patty.
Adam.
What's up?
So, yo. What's shaking?
What's
What's up?
I wasn't ready.
How
for
you
that
doing?
one. How you doing? Patty, we are continuing on with our new series, Mind Shift, right?
Yeah.
So I'm excited because today we're talking about
Jealousy. Boom, boom, boom.
jealousy.
Ouch.
I don't know why, but I literally just got like a cold chill that went down my spine when you said that.
Yeah, because we're really going to get in a little deep today.
Oh, God. All right. Why don't you kick it off then? Jealousy.
Okay. So I don't know how many times I've been to events or been out to dinner with somebody. And okay, let's just face it. I'm going to be talking about women today because I'm a woman.
Okay.
I'm exposed to women all the time. A lot of my friends have been women, are women, and women rock. But how many times have I been out and a spouse or a girlfriend is jealous of another woman talking to her husband or significant other? Ouch.
Is it jealousy, or do they find it to be just blatantly disrespectful?
I think it's jealousy because I have a lot of male friends and I don't hear anything from my spouse. Ken doesn't rag on me for talking to men,
right,
and I'm not going to rag on him for talking to women.
Let me ask you this, because I think this plays a factor. Is there an age? What am I trying to say? Like certain age group where you may tend to be more jealous than like later on in life as you mature. Like my son's 16. I'm gonna use, everybody knows I use Chris as many examples. He doesn't get jealous of anything. Like I've tried to make him jealous about stuff, or like, hey, somebody's talking to your girlfriend. He's like, so they're friends, big deal. And I'm just like, cool. If that was me, I'd be like, hey, you know what I mean?
I used to think that it might be age. When I was younger, I thought maybe people would outgrow it,
right,
but I don't think so much anymore.
Right.
At least in my experience. I can't, obviously I'm not a scientific studying person or anything like that, so I can just account for my own experiences. But, when I was a teenager in high school, there was all the little girl jealousy going on. And even when we're not even talking about a relationship with somebody of the opposite sex, or, even, I should not even say opposite sex, somebody who's attracted to somebody else, not that type of jealousy. But what about homecoming queens and the prom court and so won this? And I mean, so I thought, well, we'll outgrow that. Not so much. I mean, now we have Miss America. When you're older, you have all these other kinds of courts, and you win volunteer of the year, and are you jealous if somebody else wins the volunteer of the year? And instead of being so jealous, I wish people would be so much more supportive of each other.
Like congratulate them and stuff like that.
What drives me insane is because I don't know, this just drives me nuts. Do you have those friends who are extremely jealous of their spouses and they tear their spouses apart? Like, what were you doing with so-and-so? I mean, won't that just push them away from you when you accuse like that?
I've seen it where I call it fishing, like fishing for answers. Like, oh, well, you were on a business. Like, I travel quite a bit, right? And I'm fortunate enough to be with somebody that doesn't do that. Of course, I'm a good boyfriend. I check in every night and stuff like that anyway. But it's like, there's insert whip here. No, I've seen that with other people where they just kind of talk down to their spouse. Like maybe the spouse, maybe one spouse, whether it's male or female. I know males that are stay-at-home parents, and the wife works, and I know wives that stay at home, and the male works and the husband works. I've seen it on both occasions, and it's just like, well, you know, you're at work all day, and I'm doing this, and this, and it's almost like they're pissed off because they're stay-at-home.
Yeah.
Spouses. It's like, well, if you're that pissed off about it, go get a part-time job or go.
Yeah, just
you know what I mean?
Shift
like,
your mind.
Yeah, and don't make the decision to do a mind shift and go get a part-time job somewhere, or you know, whatever the case is. I've seen it where, hey, Billy just went and bought a new boat, real nice, you know, and you're just like, man, like,
where do you come up with the money for that?
Like,
you know, like people just start
how
assuming,
do you do that on a janitor's salary or what? You know what I mean? And you're just like, and all of a sudden you get really jealous about it, and you're just like, you're not in their house 24/7. You don't know what's going on. Like, how dare you be jealous, judge, and then be jealous of somebody because they worked hard for something. You know what I mean? I've had a habit. Case in point, I got a good friend of mine, real quick. Sorry, bought a new beach house recently down in North Carolina. Huge. I mean, this thing is like millions of dollars, and he posted it on Facebook, and people were giving him crap about it, and it was just like, he's been saving for that for like literally years, and he finally got it, and he's like, I don't understand why everybody's upset. And I was like, because I mean, he kind of sometimes has the tendency to flaunt stuff a little bit, but still, but I know him, and I know that wasn't the case. You know what I mean? I was like, people obviously don't know you that well, because they're getting jealous because you bought this beach house. They're just pissed off because you got it and they don't.
And that would bring up a whole nother topic to me. Like, don't you have the right to flaunt some of the things that you worked really hard for?
Yeah, why not? What, you're gonna make? It's not like you're doing it intentionally to make people jealous, or I would hope not. I sure hell don't do that. Although I don't really. I don't really flaunt anything.
I think most people have good intentions.
Right. Or so we like to think that, at least.
Yeah.
Right.
But the whole jealousy thing, I thought that people would outgrow as an adult, but it's still something that we obviously as a society need to work on.
Yeah, I think, and that's a simple mind shift, as you stated earlier, Patty, is jealousy is, I think of it as evil. I think of it as a waste of time.
It's manipulative too.
And it's like it's a situation that you can't control. Be happy for somebody. Instead of taking the negative route, do a mind shift, make the decision, and be positive, and be happy for that person.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got another example. Patty recently went down to the Keys, and then she went wakeboarding and all this other stuff. And she's like texting me like, "Oh my gosh, this is so much fun!" Blah, blah. And I'm like, "Really?" Like,
well, to set it straight, I did not wakeboard. I wanted to wakeboard, but I didn't end up wakeboarding. So after we went to the Keys the following weekend, I was going to go wakeboarding because I watched all these people to go wakeboarding, and I kind of regretted that I didn't go. But I ended up kneeboarding because it was easier, but it was still crazy fun.
Was it fun?
Yeah.
I've never done either one of those things.
Oh my word, it was fun. I'd go back again.
I'd have to give that a shot. But that's an example of, that's another example of like me being jealous because Patty's out doing something.
Hey, I asked you if you wanted to go.
Yeah, and she did. And I'm using it more as an example. I love the fact that that they get out and do stuff and whatnot, and we're just not those type of people that get jealous, really over anything, because it's just kind of like, I think Patty and I's personality and I'd say pretty much everybody within our family is, we're just not those type of people. They're just like, hey, we'd rather pat you on the back, hey, good job, congratulations, as opposed to like, you suck, I can't believe you don't deserve that. Like, that's crap. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's funny is over the years, I have learned to set boundaries on the friendships that I have as well, to surround myself with other people who they're not jealous people. Yeah. They're very embracing. They love each other. They encourage each other. And funny because when I first met a few people, especially down here in Florida, when we first moved down here, I didn't know very many people. And some of these couples were extremely nice. I kept thinking in the back of my head, like, I wonder if they're always this nice. And 4 years later, they really are this nice. And
Yeah.
it's so good to hang around people like that. Um, recently, I was talking to a friend of mine, and he was being accused of all sorts of stuff by his spouse. And you don't know how bad that hurts his self-esteem. And it isn't doing it. It's not giving her any brownie points, you know?
Right.
So jealousy can really actually strain
It can ruin
relationships.
Ruin friendships, ruin relationships. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure as you're listening to this, maybe there's somebody in your life in the past, hopefully not in the present, but maybe there's somebody that you've experienced, some type of jealousy with, whether that person was jealous of you or maybe you were jealous of somebody at one point in time, but what's the point of being jealous?
Do you ever remember a time of being jealous?
Oh, jeez. I mean, there's been times where I've thought, like, growing up, if you liked a girl but she picked somebody else, you're just like, she's not worth it anyway. Whatever. I'd make like excuses in my head. It's just like, she clearly doesn't know what she's missing.
She doesn't know what.
Yeah, I'm totally kidding. Kinda. Yeah. Next. No, I think there's been times where like, whether it was a relationship or I'd be jealous because I'd see like friends or certain friends or whatever were constantly like, they got a new go-kart or motorcycle or a new car or whatever, and I'm sitting here like, man, what the and after a while, it wasn't until I was in my mid-20s when I realized, I was just like, that's just like, whatever, cool, man, nice, good on you, and it was just like, you always kind of thought I didn't want to be jealous because and compare myself to other people. I just wanted to be me, and that's when I made the decision to shift my mindset of, okay, I'm not going to be jealous of is somebody that I'm with, if it's my girlfriend or whatever, talking to another guy, or pick a friend of mine got a new truck, or moved into a big house or whatever. Cool, if you need me to help you move. I mean, you always kind of like take the high road, so to speak. So what about you? There's a time in your life where you remember where you just like super jealous about something?
Yes.
Well, do share.
When I was in 3rd grade.
Oh my God.
We had a Christmas concert.
Okay.
And my friends were angels, like in the choir, right? Guess what I had to be? Like, the teacher picked out your parts. I literally had to be a piece of corn on the cob. So my mom, like, I was in a field or something, and I was a corn on the cob.
Everybody else was angels, and Patty was a piece of corn out in the field somewhere.
It's a little corny.
Oh my God.
My mom had to make me a corn on the cob outfit.
Do you have pictures of that?
I don't. I so wish that we did, because it's so funny looking back. Like, I had to wear, so back then I did not love the color green. I actually really like the color green now, but as a girl in 3rd grade, I hated the color green.
Right.
And I had to wear green tights and a green skirt and a green shirt. And then I had this huge corn on the cob head with my face sticking out of it. And all my friends were cute angels with glitter and white and halos.
Oh.
I guess at least I wasn't the devil.
My God. That is funny.
So I was jealous.
Yeah. For our next photo shoot, corn on the cob. Got it. So all in all, this is a series. We're on a series of mind shift, and today we're talking about jealousy. And maybe there's a time in your life where you were jealous of something or someone. If you're listening to this, send us a message. Let us know what it was that you're jealous of. Oh God, I'm afraid to ask. What?
I can't even believe I told you that.
I wish there was a filter. I'm sure there's a filter. I'm not like tech savvy, but I'm sure there's a filter where there's like a corn on the cob face of Patty. I have to check Snapchat or something.
I don't even know how my mom found the layout of the corn head that I had to wear.
All I could think of is like you sticking your head in like one of those wood cutouts from like the fair, where you stick your head in there and you're like,
It was made of foam. It was super scratchy and it was made of foam. But my mom, she was a really good designer, so she made it look as good as she could for corn on the cob. Like, what are you in the play? I'm corn.
Yeah. Oh, so there's no speaking parts. Okay.
I sang.
Oh, did you? Oh.
Yeah, I don't remember what the song was.
Oh, God, Patty. Jeez.
No wonder I like popcorn so much now. Oh, boy.
All right. Patty, we're coming up on time. Jealousy.
Mm-hmm. It's very corny. Don't be jealous.
Don't be jealous. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really all there is to it.
And when you start to think a jealous thought, or just before anything comes out of your mouth, just stop it. Really, just stop it and flip it around. Shift it.
Yep. Make the decision to shift it.
Mm-hmm.
And since we're talking about making decisions and you're listening to this right now, it already means you're online. Make the decision to go check out Heroes Media Group and check out all the other great shows over there on the network. I got some new articles up, got some new books and publishing stuff that they're doing over there, and some new shows that came on board here recently. So go check them out, show them some love. Otherwise, that's it. Jealousy, mind shift, jealousy. Don't be jealous about anything. It's not worth it. All right. Until next time, for Patty, I'm Adam. You've been listening to The Decision Hour.